The Samsung Galaxy A06 is a budget smartphone that's just above entry-level territory. It has a nice set of features and generally lives up to expectations with one serious disappointment. Hello, this is Mr. Mobility and this is my Samsung Galaxy A06 review. This phone comes with a 6.7-inch AMOLED display. There's only 60 Hz refresh rate, so you're not getting high refresh rate here. Like I said, it's just above entry-level territory, though there are competitors in the market that have at least 90 Hz refresh rate. It's a 720p display. That means there's only 720 by 1600 pixels here. I wish it was a 1080p display, but the display works. It's not the most fantastic display out there, but it gets the job done. There is a water drop notch at the top. There is a USB-C port below. There is support for 3.5mm audio jack. And there is a sole loudspeaker rail at the bottom. So if you're looking for dual speakers, there is the dual SIM card slot on the left side. There's a microphone at the top. And on the right edge, we have the power button and fingerprint reader, and then the volume buttons. This nice design and layout here, I like it. The frame is plastic, the back is plastic, but there is a rib texture, that you can run your finger along, you can feel it. The fingerprint scanner works well. Once you've set it up, for the most part, it's swift, it's efficient. I wish that fingerprint scanner was in the display though. This particular unit has 4 GB of RAM and 128 GB storage. In use, performance is fair. It's not, of course, the swiftest you would find. The processor in here is a Helio G85, which has been a decent performer in this particular category of phones over the last 2 years. So it's a little bit dated now, but most 4G chipsets in use are dated now. Gradually 4G is being phased out, obviously. Yes, this is a 4G smartphone. There is no 5G support in here. The selfie camera is not fantastic. It's not great. It's okay. You can get good shots out of it, especially if your lighting is good. Whether it's natural lighting or artificial lighting, if you make sure your lighting is good, you'll get good photographs out of it. I have a camera review with sample photos earlier, if you check my videos. That selfie camera is an 8-megapixel shooter. At the back is a 50-megapixel wide-angle camera as well as a 2-megapixel macro lens. I think you should just not worry about the macro lens. The 50-megapixel main camera takes decent pictures and good lighting. It struggles in low light, and for night photos, always get adequate lighting. If your lighting is good, you will be able to shoot really good photos. I was able to get some good photos out of it. Like I said, I have camera tests and sample photos video done earlier. As I have mentioned before, this is an all-plastic phone. Back cover, frame, it's all plastic. Samsung says that the Galaxy A06 will get 2 major Android updates, which is not bad at all. This one came out of the factory with Android version 14 and One UI 6.1. It's one of those phones that will get One UI 7 based on Android 15 and also get One UI 8 based on Android 16. There are not many phones in this price bracket that will get you 2 years major Android updates. The loudspeaker is fair. The sound is tinny, lacks a lot of bass. But again, at this price point, you can't complain. There are a number of pre-installed apps from Samsung and some of them duplicate Google's own apps. I dislike that. but pretty much every Android phone manufacturer does the same thing. So at this point, you cannot hold it against this model. Pick up any other smartphone from any other Android manufacturer and you get the same treatment, and in some cases worse. Some of them are really, really worse. Everything works here. Instant messaging, web browsing, email. I even tried out an app for using an eSIM on the Galaxy A06 and it worked. I was able to use an eSIM on it. In the United States, this goes for around $80. In Europe, it sells for around $105. In the UK, you probably get it for about £80 as well. In Nigeria, the price continues to change depending on exchange rate, but this should come in for around 150, 160,000 naira. This is the 4GB and 128GB storage variant. The lowest configuration is 4GB RAM and 64GB storage. I do not advise that you get that one. System storage here takes about 15GB of space. If you get the 64GB variant, that's a huge chunk of your space gone. You'll have about 49GB storage left. Really, just get whatever extra money you need to get and get the 128GB storage variant. Now, battery life is exceptional. I haven't used a smartphone that has provided this level of excellent battery life in a long time. I go for a full day sometimes of moderate use without exhausting this battery. But the one area where it fails, where it disappoints, is in the charging. Samsung says that the Galaxy A06 comes with 25-watt fast charging. I have tried it with multiple chargers and I can tell you for a fact that this phone does not charge at 25 watts. From an empty battery to 100% battery takes 2 hours 30 minutes. That is not 25-watt fast charging. This does not do fast charging. And I'm not the only one complaining. I have checked and pretty much everyone else says the same. So you need to plug this thing, put it down and go away for a long time. So pretty much you're back to the days of plugging your phone and going to bed. That's the best way to get a full battery out of this. During a busy day, I doubt that you'll be able to plug it and put it down for it to charge. So it's going to stay plugged in for much longer than 2 hours, 30 minutes. The Samsung Galaxy A06 is a decent, almost entry-level smartphone. If you're looking for a decent smartphone, for calls, for basic messaging, Telegram, WhatsApp, etc. You don't want to do gaming. You don't want a smartphone you have to push hard. You're not an Instagram or TikTok diva who needs to post the sharpest pictures and videos. This works. Actually, you can use the videos and pictures on TikTok and Snapchat and Instagram and all of that. If you pay attention to your photography skills, it shoots good photos in good lighting. So this is the Samsung Galaxy A06. I'll see you in my next video.